Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr. There is Jimmy Johnson working on the bottom side of Paul Menard. As you said, Rusty, in heavy traffic here. Less than 10 laps to go. And here comes David Reagan. He slides right up behind Dale Earnhardt Jr.
David Reagan is driving the race of his career right here.
Reagan's definitely got a better car than the two guys in front. Look at that. Pick the throttle up underneath of him. Hold on. Watch for the arrow loose. This is where he can't make a mistake getting down at the corner.
How about a 21-year-old rookie driver running on the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and chasing the two-time Cup champion Tony Stewart here in the final laps at Richmond?
Lap traffic, that's not what David wanted to see. He needs to try to make that pass, getting into the center of the corner. He's getting blocked right there between the lap car of Dave Blaney right now, but now he clears him.
Oh, Junior just blowing an engine.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. gave it his all, and now smoke billowing from the back of the 8 car.
Another DEI engine failure.
With just 6 laps to go, and how appropriate is that, given the fact that he's had 5 DNFs this year, and 4 of them have been engine-related issues.
Well, these guys have done all they can do.
And they have done, but this is the SB2 engine, the engine they thought was one of the most durable engines. This is not the R07 Chevrolet engine. And he's even failed the old engine now.
Battle for second place now heating up. Then the Junior is pulled away. The 20 is Stewart. The 6 of David Reagan.
We're still caution-free. Earnhardt got the car off the track. No oil on the course.
Reagan's got a better car than Tony. I don't know if he's going to be able to work by him or not.
Reagan's got the car. Tony's got the experience. Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have both. I'm greedy, man. I want everything, you know. Especially when you're a driver, you want the best engine, the best car. And they've gave David Reagan that tonight. Tony Stewart's probably looking in his mirror going, who's that? Who is it again?
Is he on the lead lap?
Yeah. Has he got 4 new tires? Who is this guy?
Give a call to Jimmy Finnig, his crew chief, and the great crew there for the Roush Fenway team for David Reagan.
3 laps to go. And when these guys go to Loud, New Hampshire next weekend, they run almost the same setup, the same tire pressures, the same tire. It's going to be it's a big learning procedure for these folks tonight, for next week.
Jimmy Johnson's got his crew chief back up on the box, and it's just that extra little push, I think, that's put this team up front and where they can win races. They were very competitive when Chad was gone, but boy, this is just, these last couple of weeks has showed that extra little bit that they've got.
Jimmy Johnson won 4 times in the first 10 races of the year. Then he did it after the win at Richmond. He didn't win again until last weekend at California. Chad Knaus, right side of your screen, he led that driver and that entire team to the 2006 NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship. Jimmy Johnson trying to pick up win number 6 in 2007. It would be Jimmy Johnson's 29th career win, and he will come down and take the checkered flag as Jimmy Johnson sweeps both races and wins at Richmond.
Yeah, boys, you guys are awesome.
Johnny Sauer gets the top 5
that was
in.
great. Good job. Big crew, way to bounce back, gentlemen. Thank you.
3rd place for David Reagan, a 5th place for Johnny Sauer, like you said, Andy. These 2 kids, not kids, these men, did a great job tonight.
Let's go down to Mike Massaro.
And guys, certainly nobody can question Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s efforts tonight, but it's not to be. What are your thoughts?
Just disappointing. We lost another motor tonight, and seems like that's just been a theme of this season for us. We struggle with the new fuel. We had great power. We just can't keep them together when we put them in my car for some reason.
A year ago, another big name, Tony Stewart, was left out of the chase, but he turned it into a positive. Won 3 races. Do you feel like this team's capable of doing something like that here in 2007?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I run good every week. We just ain't finishing races. You know, we're running the top 5 every week. You know, we in the chase. We deserve to be in the chase, and you know, wish we were for my fans. But we'll give them something to cheer about. We're racing hard. We don't quit. We love racing. That's what we do. So we'll be all right. This is disappointing, man. These dang motors.
Well, you can see that there's still celebration, believe it or not, between him and his crew chief, Tony Eury Jr. right now. They're still able to find some positives here you're hugging Tony Eury Jr. What can you take from this that might make you stronger? You talked all about integrity earlier this week. How will this make you guys a better organization, you and Tony Eury Jr., as you move to Hendrick?
Well, Tony Jr.'s just really upset. You know, they work hard. Us drivers, we got it made. Those crewmen are the guys that put in all the time and all the effort, and they work real hard. And just to be running so good, to make the car better all night, and to get up in the top 5, and to be sitting there racing Tony like that, that was really, really fun. He's probably mad because I bumped into him a couple times, but, you know, and just to blow up at the end, you know, it's real, real hard on them guys personally because they put so much into it. You know, I get in there and drive the heck out of it, and I do it for myself and for my cousin, and we'll keep doing that, you know. And I've had a great group of guys this year. We're going to keep racing the rest of the season. We got more work to do. We got the season to finish. And congratulations to whoever won this race and all the guys that made the chase.
Well, guys, back in August, Dale Earnhardt Jr. said if he didn't make the chase, he'd be the most surprised person in the garage. But looking around here, there are a lot of people still in disbelief.
Fatigue, frustration for Earnhardt Jr. He just didn't get in. He tried, couldn't get in, and it just wasn't to be. Our Chevy winning moment. Jimmie Johnson, winner of the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. A great effort by Jimmie Johnson, who led 4 times for 104 laps. His 6th victory of 2007. His 29th career win, and Jimmie Johnson will have the top seed in the chase. And speaking of great Chevys, give a call to Kevin Harvick and the entire Richard Childress crew for doing what they had to do to get that car in the top 12 and the chase. Let's go down the day he was caught up with Jeff Gordon.
Hey guys, we're with Jeff Gordon right now, talking with Steve Letarte, breaking down the final race to the chase. And he was in before the race started. A torrid battle out there to try to get this victory here at Richmond.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're fighting hard. You know, wanted those 10 bonus points, and I'm happy for Jimmy, but I hate that he got those 10 on us. These last 2 tracks that we've run are really good tracks for him, and they capitalized on it. So congratulations to those guys. Good solid run for us. We got a little bit tight. We tried to make some adjustments there, and I thought we were going to be better. I got fighting with Junior. It was a good battle, a lot of fun, but it just wore my tires out. I got so loose, especially when he was pushing me, and then I just lost the drive off in the handle. So had to settle for what, 4th, I guess. So you know, happy to have Brett on board on Chevrolet this weekend. We had a lot of fun with them. Hopefully help some people stop smoking.
You will be 2nd seeded in the chase, going for yet another championship in Nextel Cup. Alan?
And Jimmie Johnson getting cooled off and getting ready to climb from the car and celebrate another win in 2007. And a hug for the car owner, Rick Hendrick, and members of the team. Jimmy, you went from May here to September with no wins. Now you've got 2 in a row. What's turned things around for this team getting ready to go race for a championship?
I don't really have that answer, and it goes that way each summer for us. We end up a little slow through the summer, but come on strong. We didn't have the best car tonight until the end. The car was really, really tight on corner entry, and finally at the end of the night, we made enough changes and got that car right, and it was pretty awesome at the end.
The last several laps, you're watching behind you, I assume, what's going on. How aware of you or what was going on behind you, and how is that helping you?
I could hear that they were racing side by side behind me. I was just trying to hit my marks and do my myself. I was in practice. Try not to let it get to my head and you know what was going to happen. And I was also trying to save a little bit. So on the restarts, 24 and 20 were pretty strong. But I can't thank Hendrick Motorsports enough for all their hard work. Engine shop, bodies, cars, everything across the board in the sport from Lowe's and all their employee owners. We're off to a good start.
Congratulations, and we'll see you next week. Jimmie Johnson with a great deal of momentum to go race for a championship. Let's go to Jamie.
And I'm now with Tony Stewart. Head way to the front, led sometimes, and you had a 3-way battle there at the end. Tony, look that happy. What happened?
We just didn't end up where we needed to be. Proud of these guys. They did a great job. Went and did a test on Tuesday to come here, and the results ended up one shy of where we wanted, but we had a good night. I mean, we just kept sneaking up on it all night, and you know, kept making changes and kept getting it better, and but we felt we let one get away from us tonight.
Reset now, looking to the chase. How do you feel about your guys' COT program and your program going forward?
Pretty happy with it. I mean, I think we've been really good on both, so you know, excited. I mean, I'm really proud of how this team rebounded from all of us missing the chase last year to this year, ending the 26-week stretch second points. So it shows that this team never gives up, and all the Home Depot associates that support us.
That's got to do.
Harvick now, who drove hard tonight, no question, but near the end picked it up even more, even though it was getting closer to being locked.
Yeah, I saw a lot of, there's obviously a lot of cars that wrecked tonight and a lot of things that happened, and I knew that, it was pretty close, and saw the 8 up there running third, and I knew he didn't lead the most laps. So in my head, I kind of knew where we were and figured we could kind of step it up a notch. Just kind of burned my car up racing the 11 there, and we were better at the first half of the run, and then we just kind of maintain and fall off just a touch at the end of the run. But just want to thank all my guys on this show, Pennzoil Chevrolet. Had a lot of things happen tonight, and
close calls.
Yeah, a lot of close calls, and we kept racing and had a good car. So it's kind of like the rest of the year. It's hard to complain about our year. We won the Daytona 500 and the All-Star race, but everything in between has we've just had a lot of things go wrong. So hopefully we've got all that out of the way. Solid top 10 run tonight, and overcame a lot of things. So it's nice to start back at ground zero with everybody, only be a few points behind.
That's right, only 50 points behind as he starts his quest for the championship, guys.
Kevin Harvick finished 7th. We'll visit with Martin Truex and some of the other drivers who made it in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup when we come back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. What a night for Jimmy Johnson. The 2007 chase for the Nextel Cup field is set. Here are the 12 drivers that will battle each other down the stretch for the final 10 races of the season to become the 2007 NASCAR Nextel Cup champion. Let's get on to Mike Massaro.
And Doc, while one prominent Dale Earnhardt Incorporated driver is out, another is in, and that's Martin Truex Jr. You have one victory this season going into the chase. How do you feel like you guys are set up?
Well, I feel pretty good. I was a little disappointed in the way we ran tonight. We kind of struggled all weekend, but, this is a whole different deal with this car than we've been running. So I'm looking forward to it. The next 2 races, 2 of my favorite tracks, ones we ran very well at here this year, and one of them we got a first win at. So looking forward to them for sure. Real proud of all these guys on this Bash Pro Chevrolet team. Real proud to get them in the chase, and just looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of tracks that we really enjoy and run good at throughout the chase. So hopefully we'll, keep the luck, all the bad luck from striking and have 10 good races, and we'll see what happens.
And certainly anybody can win the chase, but Martin Truex Jr. has some ground to make up. 50 points back of the #1 seed, Jimmy Johnson.
And Jeff Burton, our in-race reporter, and his teammate Clint Boyer with us now. Jeff, you talked about experimenting with things, some of which you thought might pay dividends. What's the confidence level going into the chase?
After tonight, not very high. We stunk it up tonight, but we were trying. We were a little bit different than we normally are, and we did some things tonight that I think will make us better. And we, sometimes you learn by things not working out, but at the end of the day, we were lucky enough to be able to experiment a little bit, and our experiment gone bad. But proud of our effort. Have all 3 teams in the chase is a really cool thing, and we'll all fight hard and see what we can make happen here in the next 10 weeks.
All right, that's Jeff Burton. And Clint, you spun tonight while trying to run fast. How are you feeling going into the chase?
Pretty good. Really proud of everybody at RCR, just like Jeff said, and everybody on the Jack Daniels Chevrolet deal, and everybody's just worked so hard, and everybody's families and everything else put a lot of effort into this. So really proud to be here, but I promised the guys I was going to go for it and went a little too hard.
Well, you'd like to have a win going into the chase, right?
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. I was, obviously, passing for the lead, but just got out from underneath of me.
All right, Clint Boyer is in the chase. Let's go to Mike Massaro.
And one of the only few guys who've made the chase all 4 years is Matt Kenseth. And with that experience, does that give you any advantage at all going into this next chase? Can you take anything from your previous 3 years that might help you here?
You'd like to hope so, but not really. The biggest thing that you need to take in the chase is a fast race car, one faster than everybody else's. So I feel like we're getting a little bit better. I think there's, 3 or 4 guys that are probably the favorites that are a little bit, one step above, I think the rest of us. But I feel like, we can run with the rest of them guys, and I think we got a great team. I think we got a championship caliber team, and if we can go into the chase and not make mistakes and get our cars to run a little bit better, maybe we can be there then.
Alan, I spoke with Robbie Reiser before tonight. He said he feels like they're flying under the radar, but he says that's okay. He likes that.
Jimmy Johnson picking up his 6th win of 2007. Coming up next, late local news over most of these ABC stations. Once again, congratulations to Jimmy Johnson. He's the winner tonight. Next week, the chase officially begins at New Hampshire, 1 o'clock Eastern time from New Hampshire International Raceway, the chase for the Nextel Cup. Once again, Jimmy Johnson the winner. He's the top seed in the chase. All happens next week at New Hampshire. So long, everyone, from Richmond International Raceway.